And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my channel. I am your host, DE2 Productions. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be discussing episode 5 of Donald Fury, The Winning Attitude, as well as talking about Mortal Kombat and the future of Power Rangers. So, for those of you who are not subscribed to my channel, make sure you do so. Hit the like button. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter so that way I can promote this content to the social media platforms so that we can build a community together. So, with that being said, let's get into the first topic, which is the episode 5, which I reacted and review of Donald Fury, The Winning Attitude. Now, there are a lot of good things to talk about in this episode, and I kind of felt like to me this was really special because one, I mentioned this a million times in this channel is that I'm autistic, and the fact that they actually brought a person from the Special Olympics into this episode to play a character, Izzy's cousin, to coach her for training for this big event. And what's really interesting about this episode is the fight scenes, especially when Izzy did a solo morph. It was like a full morphing sequence, but it was more like a quick morph to fight Boom Tower, and I thought that was really good to showcase her toughness as a female Green Ranger. And I kind of find her character to be more interesting because one, her confidence is up to sky high, and two, her acting abilities is really spot on. And the fact that she realizes that her cousin was basically helping her friend due to injury, her emotions and her acting was something that I can remember for the next 5 years or so whenever I talk about Donald Fury and his characters. Izzy pretty much shined throughout the entire episode. Her wanted to win the entire race after realizing that winning is everything and was really important that is you help out the people, help out the injured. So the matches, it felt unique. It felt special. It did not feel like in your face, force like the Neo Saban era has done in the past, especially with Ninja Trash, aka Ninja Steel. Holy crap, we got 8 people. Yo, we got 8 people here. That's what's up, man. Shout out to y'all, man. I love y'all. So getting back on topic. This episode was really special to me because I used to do Special Olympics growing up, and by the time I turned 18, graduated from high school around 2009, I just stopped doing that. And I think the last Special Olympics I done was the bowling alley. And I kind of felt like that was really fun. Man, reviewer, what's up? Now, there were some errors I noticed in this episode that I didn't really pay attention to. Like when the time when Zato and Izzy were using their I think their booster keys or something like that, and they both have on armor, and then all of a sudden, all of a sudden it disappeared. So I don't know what was that about. I guess it was just a misuse of Sentai footage. So I'm gonna pass them on that one. But I did like the um, limited amount of Sentai footage that was used for this episode because they're fighting in the playground, right? And if you notice, if you're a soldier, they were also using the playground scene, so it makes sense. It was cloudy and then it was sunny. Like you know how it is when it started all cloudy and then later on the sun comes out, it becomes like around 5 o'clock, something like that. Like you know how it is in real life, so it kind of makes sense. I do have to give them credit though when it comes to the comedy duo. J Boy and what you call the scene with the kids were really funny, especially when they have them dial the Power Rangers phone number just in case an orb and a monster shows up. The Power Rangers will be there to save them. And the part when the girl was just staying calm, doing what they were telling her to do, they were teaching them to do. Out of all the kids, she basically stood calm. So I thought that was really funny, and I really enjoyed that part for once. And another part is when the Rangers were in the Megazord, they used the footage from episode 4 when Izzy was in the Megazord cockpit when it was showing the link part. So they might have used that error because it was only 4 Rangers were entering the Megazord. Izzy had to fight Boom Tower when she discovered that they were using a drill to try to destroy the Tiger Claw Zord. So I did like this moment when she was fighting Boom Tower. So I thought that was pretty cool with a little nice little fights, a little mix with the sword and the kicks and like that. And that was really cool to see. And then the ending of the episode, she apologizes to her cousin, realizes that she made a mistake by overreacting, claiming that she was led on purpose to actually help a friend because she was injuring and stuff. And I did like this funny scene when her brother and her dad was claiming that she had stomach issues in the past about her gassing out and everything. I thought that was pretty funny to see, and I was really cracking up. And you know what? Speaking of that, I realized that you know the whole gassing part that was coming from the stomach issue. And when I did my reaction to the preview clip, I literally did not understand what was that about at first. So I realized I'm like, okay, this is weird. Let's see, let's get to the chat. Steven Hernandez. Conway's John Fear has been a surprise so far, but they need to develop all it. Yeah, you know what? You know, you're right though. You're right. And I kind of felt like to me, Ali and Amelia didn't really have any development. But in episode 6 next Saturday, Amelia will get a focused episode about her, having bad luck when um Void Knight and them attacks the base. I think that episode I'm looking forward to because I feel like these characters on Dino Fury has been really, really great. I love the series. I love the acting. The music has been on point. The action scenes has been really good. And the amount of Sentai footage have been used in this episode, that was really good to see. Only for a ground fights and for the Megazord battles. And that was about it. And I was surprised that the Megazord battle it lasted a long time. BJL, what's up? JJ, what's up? Emperor, what's up? As as Shaq, what's up? Okay, I'm about to unblock this dude because I don't know what is going on. All right, so whoever this dude was, I just blocked him. So you ain't gotta worry about him. All this spamming and stuff. Now, now here's the thing with this series alone. I feel like Donald Fury has a bright future when it comes to this season because I feel like Hasbro has been really doing their thing when it comes to the writing and the acting, and the story so far has been really impressing. It really impressed me so far. And the thing that everybody is still talking about and cannot let go is the scene from episode 4 when Izzy removed the skirt. And I'm like, can y'all just please let it go? It's not worth it. Just keep bringing it up. Like they're doing this to use the Ryu Soldier stock footage, so it makes sense in a sort of way. In my last score, I gave it a 5 out of 5, but due to the errors and some unnecessary moments, though, I'm giving this a 4 out of 5. A strong, solid 4 out of 5. I'm telling y'all, this season has been really good so far. And what I'm really loving about this show is the creativity and the original footage have been used when it comes to the fights, and the fight choreography has been really well done. And if you don't know, the fight scenes from the series they came from the Disney era seasons for Power Rangers when it comes to the stunt coordinators. So the fact that they brought them back for Dino Fury has been really incredible. And the one thing I noticed the direction episodes that were in. Hold up. I thought AZ was going to be a typical goody two. Yeah, but thank God they're not doing the whole Mighty Morphin route because if you look at Mighty Morphin season 1, especially the whole 3 seasons of Mighty Morphin, the whole team were just three-dimensional goody two shoes, and it was just flat out annoying at the same time. Like, I think the true heroes were Bulk and Skull, in my honest opinion. So Izzy, she's one of my favorite Rangers so far. I'm just loving her actress. Tessa Rayo has been doing her thing, as Izzy. And one of my favorite moments from this episode was the opening scene when Izzy was training with a cousin, and this Asian lady, she was giving her the stank look. I'm like, oh man, like it's funny because I did not really pay attention to this that part as well. I was just focusing on Izzy and her performance. So the whole stank eye, the stank eye look. I did not notice that it was brought up by Adam A Plus Opinions. So shout out to him. I just came from the stream a few minutes ago. Dude, I enjoyed it. So and then the part when she help out the lady, help out the contestant because she sprained her ankle. I thought that was a pretty good moment for Izzy as well. And to me, I feel like this franchise has a future as long as they keep up the pace. Keep up the pace and not go to the Neil Saban era route. It's really all that matters. So, episode 5 of Down Fury, 4 out of 5. I love the episode. I love they're doing Hasbro is doing a representation of autistic people from the Special Olympics to be in this episode. And the message was good. It did not, like I said, it did not feel forced like in your face from the Neo Saban era. You know what I'm saying? And that right there is what made this episode enjoyable for me. And to me, I feel like I don't really care about the bad parts about Power Rangers, to be honest. As long as the season is good, that's really all that matters. So to me, this episode felt good because, like I said, it hit close to home when the whole Special Olympics thing. Remember, I used to do that a long time ago when I was, in my teenage years. So, he was going to, yeah, she is. Yeah, that part alone when she was harsh on her cousin for being late, but Tessa, she's her actress, Tessa Rayo, she's a great actress for Izzy. I feel like she's going to leave the legacy, well, live the legacy for the future Green Rangers. And I feel like her character her character form. I can't even talk, man. Y'all, please tell me, y'all, man. Her character performance was spot on, and I felt like this was one of these moments where this season is going to become the most talked about seasons in years. AC has been one of my favorite Green Rangers since the show started, since episode 4. So one thing I forgot to mention, um, 3 episodes are going to be listed, episodes 6, 7, and 8. Um, Amelia is going to be having a focus episode about having bad luck. Um, Episode 7 is going to be focusing on Javi about his musical thing being taken away by his dad, I think, all because his father doesn't approve of his son's musical talents, and all because of the Stegazord that is going to be debuting, after episode 6. And episode 8, I find out that Mick from Ninja Steel is going to be returning when the title of the episode is called Unexpected Guest. And a lot of people thought that the Gold Ranger was going to be in this episode, but an unexpected guest, you know, was about Mick from, you know, Ninja Steel. And the title of that subscription says that a familiar face is going to be visiting the Rangers. And I don't know if he's going to be um, staying in for the entire season or he's going to be the Brown Void Knight. That's what the rumors are speculating. But the one thing's for sure, this season has a future. And I think Donald Fury is the show to talk about. And I like this episode. Dawson Ryder, um, I forget the other guy's name. He gave it, he enjoyed the episode. And let me look for these channels names because sometimes I forget. They're like Adam A plus more phenomenal. Shout out to him. Dawson Ryder, okay, him and Ranger Les, Power Ranger Super Legends, and Deoxy 360. Yeah, so shout out to him. They all enjoy this episode. And yeah, I just love this episode a lot. Yeah, Mucus is an interesting character. She's funny, and from the last episode when she said it's morphin slime, I thought that was kind of corny, but after watching it over and over again, I was like, okay, it kind of grew on me because she's a Mucus, she's slime, and she's following Harvey to this place to protect the orcs. So I can give them a pass on this one. So let's go to the chat. Oh wow! So I think you know what? I was wondering what was going on and why is this dude spamming like crazy? And it's all coming from retro people, and I don't like that one bit. And I think it's really uncalled for and it's stupid to be spamming people's streams. It's just other ridiculous and it's wrong. And I really don't like that. Bull Run 27, how you doing, man? Nice of you to stop by. Power Rangers Dawn of Fear has been surprising so far. Yeah. That's an old comment. Oh wow, I gotta look into this though. This is crazy. Look, like I said, if I see any more, spamming stuff, I'm blocking, that same guy that was doing it earlier. So I don't got time for nonsense. It's all about positivity. Yeah, I heard about that, man. I've seen your video last night about how over 4,000, I think 42,000 watch time, and then all of a sudden you have 0,000 watch time. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully things will work out for you, VGL. I really do. And Down of Fury has been really good so far. I'm enjoying the season. I'm enjoying the action, and I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. The chemistry between these actors has been really, really great. And yeah, I'm hoping they keep this up. Tessa has the potential to be there with the likes of Tommy. Yeah, she does. And based on what I'm seeing so far from her actress, Tessa has been doing a good job of playing this character off. So I wish they put more importance in Zord fights rather than Zord just being there for toys. Well, it kind of has to be like that because Power Rangers is not just a kid show, but it's also a commercial at the same time. So each time when they debut a new toy, of course kids are gonna go buy it. So it's been like that since '93. So yeah. All right, so let's jump on to end of the topic, which is Mortal Kombat and why I'm excited for it. Now, Mortal Kombat has been one of my favorite franchises growing up. I play the games, I play every single game that comes out, except for Armageddon. The game looks stupid, and I did not like the graphics. Deception and Deadly Alliance were the games that I enjoyed on the PS2, and as well as Shaolin Monks. I just love the graphics, I love the voice acting, but some of the voice acting from Shaolin Monks felt a little bit, kind of odd and off for a minute. I mean, for a bit, excuse me. But I kind of felt like, it's just a game, so I can't really expect anything. Yeah, I mean, Down of Thunder, Down of Thunder has been a good season as well. They do put a lot of emphasis on Zords as well. Like whenever they do a story on a new Zord or where they come from, they're gonna use it in the episode and then they're gonna finish it off with the monster fights. So in Down of Fury case, I feel like they're doing the same thing with this Tiger Claw Zord or the Saber-Tooth Tiger Zord, especially when the part when Solon was talking about the Rangers, showing them what the areas that the Zords are located. Are located where Izzy's race is going to be in it. So that plot makes absolutely sense. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give them credit for it. I was just Mixed the Force. It's underrated. It was really good and focused. Yeah, to be honest with you, I was really a fan of Mixed the Force. I kind of fell off of that because I just felt like it was too busy focusing on Nick, and Nick is just the worst Red Ranger. In all honesty, and the only good Rangers that I like of the series was Xander. I feel like his character arc grew, being a new kid, trying to learn the experience about pop cultures and everything, and everybody got made, and everybody was making fun of him because of his accent, where he's from, and everything. And I think Xander has been one of my is like one of my favorite Rangers from Mystic Force. Everybody else just felt there, you know what I'm saying? And the villains of the series felt like they got way more focused than the Rangers. And that's just my honest opinion. Mystic Force was not for me, and I tuned out on it. I mean, it was just a short series, only like 26 episodes or 30 episodes. So I thought that was a bit dumb. So I didn't like Mystic Force at all. So I mean, if you like the season, more power to you. But for me, it was not it. But I think Nick was still the worst Red Ranger in my opinion because he was a douchebag to Maddie, and then towards the end of the season he starts to act like a punk. He really thought about giving up. I'm like, come on. I thought Red Rangers was supposed to motivate the team and encourage them to fight harder and fight back, not give up because of what. So I thought that was pretty dumb. So yeah, especially talking to the henchman, he pretty much did the same thing in Waffle Ranger in Operation Overdrive. So I really don't want to talk about that crap season. It was just not good. So just exactly how many episodes were there on Netflix? Because if I because if I remember correctly, there were more, I think 26 episodes of Mystic Force. I'm not sure, but I'll figure out myself. So getting back on topic about Mortal Kombat, when the film was announced 2 years ago, everybody was up in arms with the cast of certain cast members playing certain characters and stuff. But once they've seen the trailer and the promo pictures and the posters, they all changed their minds. There were a whole lot of positive feedbacks. And like I said before in my yesterday's video on the producer about pleasing the newer and the hardcore fans of the Mortal Kombat franchise. Not everybody is gonna like it. This is the internet we're talking about. Trolls, douchebags, racist people. And I already know once the film comes out, there's gonna be a bunch of racist comments everywhere, and I just know that for a fact. This movie is coming out less than a month away, and something tells me they're gonna end up putting out clips of the movie before the film's release. They already came out with, all of the trailers, TV spot trailers, and I've already reacted to them. And y'all have been supportive of my content so far. So regardless what everybody thinks, I'm still supporting this Mortal Kombat movie, regardless. And Johnny Cage will be in the sequel if this film does good. Because I already know that he's gonna be in it. Whether he's Asian or a white guy, it doesn't matter. And every time I go on social media, all I see is comments about Johnny Cage not being in it. And this is the thing that frustrates me about this Mortal Kombat, community. It's toxic as I don't know what when it comes to Molina, Johnny Cage, or anybody. Those who have been supported this movie, you know, are gonna enjoy it. Are gonna enjoy it. Excuse me. But like I said, regardless what everybody else thinks, I'm still going to support this Mortal Kombat movie. Because I know it's going to do great. I know critics are gonna. I know critics are gonna love it. I know the fans are gonna love it. The hardcore fans who grew up with this franchise are gonna love this movie. And plus, fatalities, blood, martial arts are gonna be in it, and especially the visual effects. They're all incorporated into this movie. So you can't sit there and tell me that the producers do not put their hard work and effort. So, like I said, Mortal Kombat comes out next month on the 16th. I know there's going to be some positive feedbacks about this movie, and I'm looking forward to it. Me and my other brother and my friends are 100% supporting this movie. I'm good, good. I'm glad that you guys are, because we need people to support this movie because in order this movie to do the good, you know, like I said, look, Mortal Kombat has always been diverse. Same with Power Rangers. Same with different kind of franchise. People are never going to be satisfied with this movie if you keep on you know, casting different races to play iconic characters. So what really bugs me about today's society is that when you see something, people will get mad over it. The same way they get mad with, with Sissy Stringer cast as Melina. And people don't who are not educated don't realize that Melina is a fictional character. So she's basically mixed with everything. White, Asian, Hispanic, black, you name it. She's a fictional character. And plus, she's a clone of Katana. So I can only imagine if Sister Stringer is going to end up coming back as Katana. Who knows? Maybe Katana is going to be played by a white actress or an Asian actress or you know a Mexican actress. I don't know who's going to play Katana or Johnny Cage in the sequel, but I do know this: as long as the movie is good, if it's done right, that's all that matters to me. That's really all I care about. I don't care about what people think. I don't care about what these so-called analysts think. I don't care about these critics think. People think about the Mortal Kombat movie. As long as the movie is doing good, that's really all that matters. And plus, I love Mortal. You know what I'm saying? I love Mortal Kombat as a whole. And the trailer, the Red Bed trailer, just proves that the community is 100% supportive. 9 point something million views on YouTube. That should tell you something. You know what I'm saying? And I'm 100% supportive regardless. And speaking of that, also I want to mention Tara from Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. So she's going to be in this movie as well. And to me, she looks incredible. I don't know who's playing the character, but the fact that she's in this movie is great. Even her wings look really good. And people are complaining about everything, complaining about the wings, complaining about Melina's teeth, complaining about Sub-Zero's mask. Who cares about that? As long as the movie is. I can't even say anything. Let me put the invite to the chat so that I can talk to all of you guys. Because I know y'all want to chat with me for a minute since we got like more people coming in. So yeah, Mortal Kombat 2021 next month on the 16th. Whether it's free on Y2 app that I downloaded on my phone a few minutes ago, because I just did a Zack Snyder review, and boy, I almost got bored. Hold up, I get your last about the race. I'm a martial arts fanatic, and I grew up with Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, Jet Li, Donnie Yen, etc. I love amazing fights. Me too. You know what I'm saying? Martial arts has always been one of my favorite hobbies. You know what I'm saying? And long story short, I used to do martial arts around 2010. I started late, but when 2011 came around, you know, I was really into martial arts, taking classes. Keon Shonan. I think it's like an African martial arts. But I stopped going there when summer came. It became too hot, and there were no masks on the floor. They wouldn't allow you to drink water until practice was over, and that was like, okay, I'm gonna stop going to martial arts schools because I just couldn't do it anymore. I mean, if I were healthy right now, I would go back, but right now, COVID out here is just not good. I don't think it's safe to do anything unless you're doing it virtually. That's the only way. You know what I'm saying? But for me, martial arts has always been one of my favorite things in the world. I love martial arts action, martial arts movies, man. And I don't care about race either. You know what I'm saying? So now on to the last topic. So what do I see Power Rangers in the future? And I do believe that Power Rangers has a future with Hasbro because I just know for a fact that what they're doing with this franchise as far as the Lightning Collection, the Boom Studio Comics, the fighting game community such as Battle for the Grid has been strong. Um, and they're going to continue to adapt more Sentai, seasons and use some stock footage, a little bit of stock footage of what you've seen in Dino Fury. I said Dino Charge. I mean Dino Fury. Um, this franchise has a future, and I can see them, continuing to grow within the next 5 years and coming out with a Power Rangers movie, with a reboot of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and not do that crappy time traveling thing because that's what they're also speculating, which I don't believe. And before I started this stream, I just came from Anime A Plus opinions, more phenomenal opinions, and somebody said that, well, they're kind of in the same offense like I am about Hasbro's learning from Toei, rumors and all that bull crap, which are not true. Like these are just rumors still, and they're just speculating what according to the fans. So they're not, you know, the real source such as Luminardi and stuff, but I just don't believe in people though. And I don't know why people are loving those crappy articles, but regardless, they get everything right, they get everything wrong. But in this case, I think everybody is gonna be wrong when it comes to Hasbro splitting from a company from Toei of Japan, because it just would not make any sense for them to be their own thing because it would just be funny and it would be weird. So, but when they said the, so when they said they were going to make content for adults and kids of all ages, so I believe what they're trying to say is that they're going to use Sentai and stock footage for a kids Power Ranger shows or whichever season they're going to be adapted from Sentai. And I think for the adult content, adult fans like us, they're going to probably do something different with the Power Rangers franchise. I think from Jonathan Entwistle and Edward. So, like I said, speculating about them splitting from Toei, not true. And I was arguing with the idiot on some other channel about splitting from Toei, which is not true. And what pisses me off, everybody is still believing this stuff. They really believe that Toei and Hasbro are splitting. When it says rumors, it means it's not true. They're speculating whether it's real or false. I mean, whether it's true or false. And my answer is it's false. So I don't believe none of that crap at all. If you guys, all right, so I just put the StreamYard invite to the chat. So if you feel like talking to your boy, now is the time because in a few minutes I got to get off because I got to get myself together. So let me take a look at the chat. All I care about is the story. I do too, and that's really all that matters when it comes to this Mortal Kombat movie. Is the story. I really don't care about nothing else, to be honest. I think when it comes to so here's the thing about this movie itself, right? I was watching Uncaged Games video yesterday on the 13 minutes he's watched in the Mortal Kombat movie. I don't know how they're able to see the 13-minute clip of the Mortal Kombat movie. I want to see it myself so that I can do my review of it. But his view on this clip has me excited about this movie. And the part where he was talking about Scorpion being dead, couldn't make it to the house, burst into flames, and then the rain drops. Raiden comes in, takes the child from Scorpion. I literally felt like to me, this movie has a chance of being good, which I know it will. So, so I think that's about it. And this is the first stream. I thank you all for coming out, supporting me as always. We had a great discussion on this episode, and as well as the Mortal Kombat movie, and not to mention the future of Power Rangers. So I really did have fun talking to y'all. As always, it's been real. Y'all, excuse me, I gotta get ready.